Good morning, everyone. Treasure Troller here from the militant state of Michigan, where our governor and dictator, Gretchen Whitmer, signed in a law specifically aimed at Treasure Troller so that he cannot drive and vlog at the same time. That's sarcasm for some of you out there. Sarcasm. Wanted to talk about this for a couple of days. I'm coming to you live from the airport here in Mason County, so you can see a couple of the planes here. A little different scenery today. Has to kind of do with the women's soccer team and Lamont. You can close your ears for just a second. It has to do with a law that was passed in Michigan making misgendering a potential hate crime. So I'm beginning to think that this is all made for inclusion, but I think it's really going to do exactly the opposite. Because if you're going to be, let's say you're working in a big company, or even like a Myers, plural possessive, it's fine in Michigan. You're working in Myers with a lot of people, a lot of different backgrounds. And the last thing you want to do is say something to offend someone, which would essentially get you fired. Or even now, it could potentially be a hate crime. You could be brought up on hate crime charges and being prosecuted. So in the name of inclusion, I think really your best bet is avoidance. To just essentially ignore potential problems. So where they're trying so hard to be included and inclusive and feel as they are part of the company or the team, the rest of the team is going, I'm just really better off just not even talking to you. Just really not even any small talk. It's please, thank you, have a good day, have a good night, glad to see you, hope you're doing well, have a good weekend, don't be late. I mean, it's going to be very casual. While everyone else, the stock crew, the night stock crew, while they're done and it's, they got the next couple of days off or couple of nights off, where the whole night stock crew is going to go down to the bar to have a little beer and breakfast. They're not going to bring you along. You're not going to be part of that scene, because they don't want to risk saying anything under the influence of alcohol or under the influence of having a good time and ball busting, where they may say something to offend you. So the best bet is to exclude the inclusive for just your employment. Nothing personal, but I don't want to take the chance. So I think that's where it's going to be headed. You're going to see people that are going to feel shut out in the workplace. And although no one is not saying anything to me, they're not saying anything to me at all. Well, it's because they don't want to offend you. And the best way to not offend you is to just ignore you. So that's going to be the next thing, is you're just going to be told, or in probably in not such a obvious tone or way, they're going to show you ways to be avoidance. transgender avoidance will be the new consulting, management consulting thing will be the avoidance. Instead of managing people, how to manage people by avoiding them. It'll be very polite, very casual, no small talk, very matter of fact. You do your job, and I'm going to do mine. And after work, don't think you're going to have beers with us. We're not going to be going golfing or bowling with you either. Find your own hobbies. So that was the first thing. The next thing is I got sort of my first, I guess I would say, legitimate just more of like a hate comment on My Alone season 10 episode 9. My first real kind of just general hate type comment, which is cool. I appreciate that. Of course, it didn't really have any substance to it, so I can't really comment on what they said to retort, if you will, because they're basically their comment. What sort of disqualified my comments was that I didn't go into heavy detail. I guess one of the vegetable farmer, I believe her name is Jody. I'm taking that from the thing because she said I got Jody wrong. And of course, Melanie, because I didn't go into their backgrounds. I didn't go into their backgrounds enough is what disqualified my comments. That's cool, I guess. They didn't say anything about the production, about casting, or that I was right about why Melanie would tap out. It was because apparently I didn't go into a diatribe of how skillful these ladies were, and I guess how they were deserving to be on the show. Of course, I do expect some hate mail from AARP for bringing these all AARP qualified female contestants on alone. I expect some criticism from the AARP. So here's your last look at the planes. With that, this is Treasure Troller saying aloha and good day.